So hi everybody, welcome to AP2, Anatomy and Physiology 2. So I just want to go over a couple of things before we get started. I'm hoping you're listening to this video before class on Tuesday. So let you kind of know what to expect when you get here or get there. So Anatomy and Physiology 2 starts at chapter 17. So we're going to start with the endocrine system. And it runs basically through, it's supposed to run through genetics, which is chapter 27, but probably won't get there. We'll probably only be able to touch on and do most of chapter 26. It's a lot of information, and the semester seems long, but it really goes by fast, and we've got a lot of stuff to cover. So usually we only get through up to about chapter 26. So on the first day, of course, we're going to review the syllabus. So I probably don't really have to write that down, but so we'll review the syllabus and go over the calendar, tests and stuff like that, how that's going to work. And then we're going to review AP1. So we kind of have to. We kind of have to go through a couple of things that you're going to need to know to help you understand the things that we do in AP2. So I just want to write down kind of the things you should maybe go back and just review, just kind of read through. Would probably help. So make sure you kind of go through or know the properties of water. So know why it's important, its structure, all that kind of thing. You go through the pH scale. Make sure you understand that. Know what's acidic, what's alkaline, kind of thing. Understand or make sure go through bonding again. So ionic, covalent, hydrogen bonds, and polar. So make sure you understand what a polar covalent bond is and how that works. Go through the plasma membrane, just kind of make sure you know the structure of it, the things that are in it, how it kind of works. You know that it's semi-permeable, things can go in, or some things can go in, some things can go out, that kind of thing. Make sure you kind of go through what that is, how that happens as far as like, the movement, active, passive, I should say passive, active, transport, go through like how things move like within the cell, transport and stuff like that. So just make sure just to go through how things move in and out of the cell and things that are in the cell. Along with, with water, you want to make sure to understand osmosis and how water moves. Okay. Go through like endocytosis, transcytosis, exocytosis, that kind of thing. So how things kind of get into the cell, like big things like bacteria and stuff like that, food and that kind of thing for the cell, and how it kind of gets rid of it, that type of thing. So just go through those things too. So I'm going to put that endocytosis, exo. And there's also transcytosis, but I think these two are the most important. So go through that. Go through tonicity. Review hypertonic, hypotonic. solutions, that type of thing. Kind of review graded potentials, what they are, how they're created. So make sure you understand, chemical gates, how the chemical gates cause the graded potential, that their strength sort of depends on how much neurotransmitter can come over and bind to those chemical gates. So that kind of dictates how strong a graded potential is going to be. So those the strength of those graded potentials can vary. All right. And then make sure you go through the action potential. So that's going to be voltage gated channels, and how that starts, and they only occur on axons, and they're always the same. To get more strength, you have more. You just stimulate more, get and create more action potentials, that kind of thing. So just go through how that occurs. Just review that. You want to go through the ANS and be really familiar with that sympathetic system and the parasympathetic. We're going to do every system, so endocrine, cardiovascular, respiratory, urinary, reproductive, all those systems, and all of those systems are affected by the ANS, so sympathetically and parasympathetically. So just go through it, where it is, so like location is going to be important. Vagus is going to be the main nerve involved in the parasympathetics. Remember, sympathetics, you're going to have the sympathetic chain. Don't, kind of go over that. Obviously sympathetics fight or flight. Parasympathetic is rest and digest. So just know the difference and kind of, what kind of things occur with each system. So sympathetically, it's going to like increase heart rate, increase blood pressure, increase respiration, things like that. It's in control of like sweat glands, the kidneys, things like that. So go through all of that. Parasympathetically, it's going to be active when you're digesting and breaking down foods, when you're resting and repair and that kind of thing. So just kind of go through that and what sympathetic tone is and parasympathetic tone and what that controls. So just make sure to go through that. Also go through with these, if you can review the receptors, that would be great. So you have cholinergic fibers with nicotinic receptors. You have muscarinic receptors. Muscarinic, and those are going to be cholinergic, which you bind with acetylcholine, and then you've got adrenergic, and that's going to be epinephrine and norepinephrine. So, and those receptors are beta and alpha. So just go through those things. Make sure to, with the sympathetic, review the adrenal gland, the adrenal part of it. So remember that, epinephrine and norepinephrine are not only, they can be neurotransmitters and they can also be hormones. So they are secreted as neurotransmitters at synapses, and the adrenal gland can take or epinephrine and put it in the blood, where it will go all over the body and act as a hormone. So make sure to review that. So on that first day, we're just going to do that, review a little bit of AP1, try to get you up to speed again as far as what you need to know there. And then we'll start on the endocrine system, which will be on the next day. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to make these videos and post the videos, and then assign, the ones that you need to watch. They'll be on Blackboard, and then you'll link to them, watch those, and then we'll come into class and talk about those and talk about things with them. And when you're watching them, do what I do on the video. Take notes and try to write down, what I'm doing, and then write down questions if you don't understand something, whatever. So you can bring those in and ask that. So during class, we're not really going to do a lecture. I'm going to assume that you've looked at the videos and the PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint will be on there with the little narration. So that will be there as well. So you'll need to watch that, and you'll need to watch these videos for each day so that we can come in and do different things rather than just me stand up in front of the room and talk and no one listens. So hopefully it'll be more interesting that way. We can talk more about, application of this stuff, which can help you understand it more, and I think it'll work out well. So that's what we're going to do on the first day, and that's about it. That's how the class is going to run. So hope to see everybody there on, what was it, Tuesday the 14th, and we will get started.